struggle with statistics? Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula, and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifiolua, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer, helping people across continents solve real-world statistical problems with ease. With my over 15 years of experience, I know exactly where students get stuck and where researchers get stuck. Now, what you need is how to finally get the click. Welcome to Statistics Graduate Clinic, the channel where we break down complex statistical topics from your classroom and show you exactly how to apply them in any statistical tools of your choice, from hypothesis testing to regression, ANOVA, t-test, or even quantitative or qualitative analysis. We cover the topics your lecturer rushed through in class and you still need to succeed. In case you are tired of feeling lost in class or faking your way through research, I promise you this is your second chance. Subscribe now and turn on the notification button and let's rebuild your statistics confidence. What's your own topic in statistics that you never understood and you wish to do now and understand better? Drop it in the comment section and I promise you I will cover the topic shortly. This is because statistics is not hard, bad teaching is. Let's fix this order together. Thank you and see you soon. This is why you struggle with statistics. Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifiolua, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer, helping people across continents solve real-world statistical problems with ease. With my over 15 years of experience, I know exactly where students get stuck and where researchers get stuck. Now, what you need is how to finally get the click. Welcome to Statistics Graduate Clinic, the channel where we break down complex statistical topics from your classroom and show you exactly how to apply them in any statistical tools of your choice, from hypothesis testing to regression, ANOVA, t-test, or even quantitative or qualitative analysis. We cover the topics your lecturer rushed through in class and you still need to succeed. In case you are tired of feeling lost in class or faking your way through research, I promise you this is your second chance. Subscribe now and turn on the notification button and let's rebuild your statistics confidence. What's your own topic in statistics that you never understood and you wish to do now and understand better? Drop it in the comment section and I promise you I will cover the topic shortly. This is because statistics is not hard, bad teaching is. Let's fix this order together. Thank you and see you soon. This is why you struggle with statistics. Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifiolua, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer, helping people across continents solve real-world statistical problems with ease. With my over 15 years of experience, I know exactly where students get stuck and where researchers get stuck. Now, what you need is how to finally get the click. Welcome to Statistics Graduate Clinic, the channel where we break down complex statistical topics from your classroom and show you exactly how to apply them in any statistical tools of your choice, from hypothesis testing to regression, ANOVA, t-test, or even quantitative or qualitative analysis. We cover the topics your lecturer rushed through in class and you still need to succeed. In case you are tired of feeling lost in class or faking your way through research, I promise you this is your second chance. Subscribe now and turn on the notification button, and let's rebuild your statistics confidence. What's your own topic in statistics that you never understood and you wish to do now and understand better? Drop it in the comment section, and I promise you I will cover the topic shortly. This is because statistics is not hard, bad teaching is. Let's fix this order together. Thank you and see you soon. This is why you struggle with statistics. Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula, and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifeoluwa, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer, helping people across continents solve real-world statistical problems with ease. With my over 15 years of experience, I know exactly where students get stuck and where researchers get stuck. Now, what you need is how to finally get the click. Welcome to Statistics Graduate Clinic, the channel where we break down complex statistical topics from your classroom and show you exactly how to apply them in any statistical tools of your choice, from hypothesis testing to regression, ANOVA, t-test, or even quantitative or qualitative analysis. We cover the topics your lecturer rushed through. Sorry, looks like I didn't turn on the microphone, please. It's okay. It's fine now. Please let me know if you can hear me. The microphone was off, actually. Okay, I think it should be better now. Please, if you can hear me now, let me know now. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, that's one of the benefits. Now, the mic is on, so I want to be sure you can hear me. I'll wait for us to be sure we can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know now. The mic was off anyway, so I think the mic is better now. So you can hear me now. Thank you very much. I plugged on the microphone, but I was not sure that. Okay, it's good now. Yeah, the mic was off actually. Right, thank you very much. Thank you, Kolawole. Thank you, Adinyoju, Balogun. Abioye Lekon, goodness. Okay, thank you. Happy Sabbath for those of us that are Adventist. Uh, okay, stand joining. Thank you for joining. All right, looks like we have 13 people joining us now, and we still need more people. So I'm gonna wait a little more so that a few other persons can join. I can see Luakayode Abigail joining. So let's just wait for 2 more minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, so that we can allow a few people to also join us, please. In the meantime, the link I shared on the link that I share on the WhatsApp group, it may be a good idea too, if you would not mind to help us share so that we can have more people to join us. Looking at least having 20 people to get started. So please try and help us share the link while we wait for other people to join us. We have 15 people online now. So in the meantime, if you have your system with you, I will suggest that you attempt to open your assignment, because we will be working with the assignment. We will be working with a few other things. And while that is also going on, thank you, Mr. Shize from Ogun State. While that is also going on, I will suggest that if there is a challenge that you had with the last assignment, there is a part actually you're able to get it done, but there's something that is not that clear regarding the assignment, please put it on the text now so that I can attend to that before uh, before we enter into the session we have for today. Last week, we focused on the concept understanding data science, data analysis, data analysis and data and statistical analysis. I think that was our focus last week, Saturday, and I want to believe a lot of us now understand the concept of data analysis and statistical analysis. We also looked at SPSS interface. I used certain part, but I really did not do a thorough touch. So someone asked me during the week, like he's not aware of some of those tabs. So I'm going to quickly start with that by introducing you to the whole interface in general before we go into what we want to do. Now, we dealt straight to creating data sets, defining variables, label value, and codes. You know that value codes, you know what we meant by that. But because it was just practical, so many of us might be finding it difficult to relate with. So today we will really dive heavily into that. Then we look at importing and exporting data sets. I did that briefly, but we'll do more today because we will have to import. Then we have data validation, and some of these few things are what we did last week. But this week we are going to look at recoding, computing, and data manipulation, and basic graphs is what we want to do today. That's what we want to do today: data manipulation and basic graphs. So we'll look today now. This is the most important part of data analysis, please. I'll repeat that again. What we want to do today, if you are in data science, if you are in business intelligence, if you are in business analysis, anything. Okay, so I don't want to choose. Uh, I don't know what you got last. I don't know what you got last. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Sorry, looks like we got disconnected. So today I want to take our time. I want us to take our time today. I want us to take our time today to understand the concept of data manipulation. This is what we call feature engineering in data science, and this is what everyone needs. This is what everyone needs. So I would like you to pay attention today. Okay, what does the missing and column do? How do we manipulate those column as well as row? Thank you very much. I got that. We'll get into that. Okay. Okay, I got that part. You're asking about missing. We'll deal with missing today. It's part of the intention for today. All right, so please, I'm aware that we lost network at a point in time. Mr. Joseph, I can cite you. Thank you for joining us. So please, I want to know if you can still hear me clearly and everything is fine. Please let me know now so that we can get started. This is why you struggle with statistics. Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifiolua, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer helping people across continents solve real-world statistical problems with ease. With my over 15 years of experience, I know exactly where students get stuck and where researchers get stuck. Now, what you need is how to finally get the click. Welcome to Statistics Graduate Clinic, the channel where we break down complex statistical topics from your classroom and show you exactly how to apply them in any statistical tools of your choice, from hypothesis testing to regression, ANOVA, t-test, or even quantitative or qualitative analysis. We cover the topic. Okay, thank you everyone. So a wonderful good evening to you or good morning wherever you're joining us from. So someone asked, and I think that's Benedict, he asked that what does the missing and column variable do? How do we manipulate them? Okay, now looking at our SPSS uh, platform, this is if a clean SPSS platform. This is how it looks, and you can see file here. This is file. So we have new. What do you do on new? You know, just like you're opening any Excel file. So when you have new, let's assume that you have an SPSS data set before. So if you can just say you want to enter data. Now, if you want to use syntax, you can click on syntax. So SPSS also uses syntax instead of the click drag and drop that we have been doing. So it has syntax also. So if you want to write syntax, this is how you will arrive there. But that's not what we want to do here. So what we want to do majorly is data. So you don't have anything much to do here. Now, when you run analysis, you can have the output. So this is the output page. You can see the output. So I didn't mean that I didn't trigger this output. When I run my analysis from the main data view, the output will pop up eventually. So, but for the purpose of now, I will close it so that we can have it much later. That's the concept of file. Now, what is very important here for those of us that will be using this is import data. We have to import data, a lot of data sets. This is Excel, CSV file, text file. I showed us this thing last week. We have the SAS, data, DBase, and what have you. So I think that's the most important thing here. Then we'll come here later. We'll come to export, but I normally use my export majorly from output. When I have an output, I want to export it either to PDF, Microsoft Word, Excel. So that's when I make use of export. You can also export to Excel file. Let's say I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this. So let's check the Excel back, the export back. See that it's now open. So you can export your data directly to anywhere you choose to export it. So that's the concept of exporting. So you can export, you can do as many things as you like. Then we have the edit. We have the edit. I was going to be talking about something about the assignment now. I did that in the practical that I showed us the solution session, where some of us we had one for variable, we have valued it, but we didn't see it. We'll come back to it later. Then we have the view here. So this is where the label concept works. And for the for the purpose of knowledge immediately, let me quickly practice that immediately. Now, you know last week that I told us this is where our data set lies and this is where our variable lies. Please, if you are following me, please let me know. I don't want to shout, but I want to be sure we are together on this. Now, let's assume that I have okay. Oh, can we just go this way? Um, let me open an existing data set. Uh, okay, let me try to find it. Okay, so we have this. Let's open an existing data set. This was one of the solution from one of us. This is a solution from one of us actually. So this person have all of this. Now look at this. You know, you will agree with me that this male and female, you can't understand this data in detail until you come to variable view. This is why you understand the detail of the data set. Now, I have IDs numeric, I have name, I have age. The age here is also numeric. Then I have gender. Now, for the concept of gender, you see that is numeric. Now, and gender is bringing male and female here. So what do? I'll come here. If I check this label, look at it, it's already checked. That's the challenge with some of us. Our own label is not checked, and you are not supposed to check it. So now, if I uncheck it, you can see that label has gone. Though it's inside it behind the scene, but you are just seeing one. So you are seeing numeric here, because what we call it here is numeric. Even when you are conducting analysis now, it will be able to work with you if you are trying to find media and mode, because it's not seeing it as character, it's not seeing it as strength, it's seeing it as numeric. That's the concept of view. Please, I want to show you again. So if I click on this, now you see that it's not showing us what we have. So in most cases, the moment you have a categorical data, it is usually advisable that you attempt to turn them to numeric when you have a category. So some of you now, you'll be noticing some of your errors now in the assignment that I gave. So most of these categorical data, I expect that you will enter them as numeric, then you will now value them. So if you want me to now see it the way I requested for it, so you would have just used that view platform. So that's the concept of the view. I think I've explained. So that's what we normally do majorly from the view. We normally look at the label. Then we have data. Now data is where you work about your observation. I remember I spoke about observation in our last class. I spoke about observation and variable. I said observation are numbers, like we want to have information on name, gender, age. That's our variable, name, gender, age. Now when we have 10 people, that means we have 10 observation. That is, we are trying to get the name, the gender, and the age of 10 observation. We pick one person, we say what's your name, what's your age, so that's the concept of observation and variable. So now please pay attention here. When it has to do with observation, the number of the n size, this is where we handle those things. You can see that we have a lot of things here. We have weight, select, split, copy data sets, split data sets. So these are some of the things you see that we have merge here. These are some of the things we will be looking at strictly today. Then we have the transform part. This has to do with our variable engineering, and we'll be using a whole lot of them tonight. I will look at different case studies that we will use, and we'll be able to arrive at so many uh, conclusion. So now this is where you will conduct your analysis. You have different analysis here. So you just pick them one after the other. As you begin to use them, you get used to them. Then some of them at your leisure, you may just look at them and attempt to do them. And like I told you last week, there is an existing a textbook 100%. from A to Z of how to do anything called data analysis. You want to use SPSS. So all of them are practiced one by one, and there is a complete log of data sets. Let me attempt to show us if I can. I don't know whether I have it close here. I already closed it. Okay, I think I should have it. Sorry, no, that's not it. Okay, I think I should have it here. I'm coming. I just want to try to open file location. Okay, so look at this data set for use. What you have here are data sets. So when you get to lesson 6, the practical that they are doing is there. You just follow the practical. As they are click, they will show what they click. There's a screenshot, so everything is there. This textbook will only be issued out alongside with certificate. So that means this textbook is only available for people that walk through the process of the analysis. And the slides that I have for the training also, I will add it. So there is a complete suite of documents that will, even if you don't practice 10 years from now and you needed to get something done, when you open that textbook and you have practical examples from the data, you know you must achieve what they have achieved. And it's one by one. And some of the slides, and you have access to some of these are videos also. You will be able to um, you will be able to harness the opportunity and be able to solve any data analysis problem. But this will only be given after the training. If I give it to you now, so many of you will just leave. So this will be your incentive for completing this training. And I can assure you, you'll be happy you did at the end of the day. So that's what will be given to. But for the purpose of now, my focus is for you to understand concept of data analysis, how to use it beyond just making noise. So now let's look at this data set. Now this was the example I gave to you. I'm going to, okay, let me create a new data set entirely so that we can use it to do, I want to handle what we call variable generation and feature generation. Like we want to create new variables from existing variables, and we'll do a lot of things, but let's have a data set that would help us. So let's say, I told you we'll come to variable view. Let's say we have what we call math. We have what we call math test. I have what I call math exam. You know why I have this? There was space. I allowed space. So math exam. Then I have English test. I have math exam. Okay, I wanted to matric. I forgot to add matric number. There's a matric number. Okay, so English. In fact, let me just go English test, math test, English exam, English exam, math exam. And we have that now. Everything is this except for this. Okay, let's make this also numeric. So all of them will be numeric. So it's 0. This is also numeric. So now for the decimal, it's going to be 0. So we have it as 0 since it's exam. Now we want to prepare a full result. So now let's have it fully now. The matric number, English tests. That's illegal. Let me see. David Adibola, I want to see what you're trying to put. No, when you have that illegal, that means I allowed space. I allowed space in between. There must not be space under name here. I've said that last week. So if you put space here, for instance, if I have add space, you see that there is space here now. If I move out of it, it won't take it. So that's when you have illegal character. So what you are supposed to have is no space. So if you are supposed to have, if you want to have space, that's the purpose of label. That's the purpose of label. So we have math test. So we have English. So you can write it fully here now. English exam. The purpose of this name is when you come to data view here so that you can see it. That's the purpose. So that you can see it when you come here. That's the purpose. You can see now. So we have it full here. That's the purpose of the labeling. That's the purpose of the labeling. Okay. All right. So we have English exam. Then um, we have maths exam. So let's assume these are the 5 variables we have now. So let's have O1, O2, O3, O4, O5, O6, O7, O8, O9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, then 20. So let's assume, okay, test is meant to be what now? Test is meant to be over 30 and exam over 70. So let's say, hmm, so I'm just trying to populate it. I thought of creating this data ahead. I just felt if I do, some of us may not be able to catch up. You just believe that I'm using a ready-made data set. So that's why I'm trying to just create it here. Uh, Looks like I'm a good teacher. I like dashing my students free marks. Okay, this is for exam. Okay, I'm going to just push it. Don't worry, I know what to do. So let's say we have 0, 2, 7, 17. So let's assume this is the test. So now we are doing over 70 here now. So let's say 30, 25, 12. Now I need some stuff to happen here. 12. Also, let's say I have 11. So I hope you understand. Okay. So I hope you are with me. Please let me know we are together on this and you understand what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to populate the data. That's the whole idea here. So I just want to make the data real. So we are assuming that this is a result from common entrance. Those days when we were in primary school, when you want to go to secondary school, it's just math and English that you will do uh, in your common entrance. So we are just populating the data. So you will see what we want to do now. Okay, let me tell you so that you can know. So the attendance for today is that you are going to take a sheet of paper, write your name, and attach when I initiate the assignment. A sheet of paper, you will write your name with pen and you will snap it and attach. That is the attendance for today, proof of attendance for today. is that you will take a sheet of paper, you will write your name, and you will attach it. You attach it. After this training, you will be proud that you attend this training. I can assure you, everything we are doing now is no longer academic. It's now majorly data analysis in the industry. So pay attention very well. Even if you're on Excel, it's almost the same idea. It's almost the same idea. So please let's continue. So we are trying to get score for maths. People don't like maths. But well, a few of us love mathematics. How many of you love math more than English language when you were in secondary school? Yeah. If you are HIM student, if you graduated from Earth Information Management and you like English more than mathematics, we should call for your certificate too. So be careful before you tell us you like English more than mathematics. So that's by the way. Anyway, I am a proud statistician. So say we have 11, say we have 15, let's say we have 12, let's say we have 40. Okay. So please don't mind me. We may not be able to achieve everything we need there, but I just hope we'll be able to have something that would help us. Because I want us to have different situation now. If we this is okay, so let's get started now. We have these data sets. That's what they have given to us. And they're asking us to prepare results. And what is the end product of the result they're asking us to provide? Is that you want to know people who pass English, people who pass math. So let's start from the scratch. What do we find first? We look for total, right? Like we're having a calculator. You love math. Thank you, Olawale Timothy. I love math. I hope you guys are not deceiving me because I'm a mathematician. You're not making me to feel good. Abolade Fumilayo, I know Abolade love mathematics. Yeah, I know she love mathematics. Okay, so let's come here now. You come to transform. You know, look at the name, transform. We want to transform. So when you transform, look at this word, compute variable. It is just English language. Compute variable. We want to compute variable. So when you click compute variable, what is the new name? I will call it English underscore total. English and that. Now look at this place, type and label. So I can come here and now give space. It's not compulsory, but because I needed space, so I will give the space here. Are we together? So because it's numeric, so I don't have to stress myself, just say continue. So are we good with this? So now the next thing is, what am I trying to do? This is English test. I'll just click plus, then I will come here, I'll put this, and I will, oh no, this is math test, so this is not what I want. So what do I want? English exam. Does it make sense? English test plus English exam. You know what, the name I give it here does not really matter. You know, I already labeled it, and it's the label that will come out at the end result at the end of the day. So let's see what we have. Let's say okay, ladies and gentlemen, you see that we now have something in the output. So it gives us a detailed information of what we have done. So we now have a new variable called English underscore total. If you come to variable view, you know, we now have it. Now, okay, I think there's an issue. Okay, label. No, there's no issue. Good. See that it has helped us to label because we labeled it from that spot. How many of you understood what I just did there? Okay, let me do uh Mrs. Abigail. I don't know what's going on. Which one is God? I beg you. All right. So let's do for math total. So when you are practicing this at your leisure time, please make sure that after you must have done math, English, don't come back to watch this video to do math. Just go there on yourself. You come to transform, you come to compute. I advise that you click reset to avoid error. You click reset so that it will not affect what you have earlier. So what are we trying to do now? We're trying to do math underscore total. So I come to label and I'll call it math. I'll call it math total. So you say continue, then you bring your math, you bring it in plus math total, You bring it in. You see that we have it increased now. English total is already part of the variable, but that's not our focus now. Press OK. Then you have your results. See, we now have math total here. If you check data view, you will have what we have. So, okay, I just did that. I used math total instead of English total. Let me wait and see. Everybody say come again. Okay, I think I've tried that with, if you understand, Kolawole too. Everybody say come again. So it looks like we have gotten to looks like we have gotten to the major part of this work. So I will do that again. I will do that all over again. That's why we are in a live class. So I will now look at me. I want to delete a whole variable. I'll just say cut. I'll do that again. I'll say cut. So I'm doing that again for all of you. I come to transform. I click on uh, compute. I told you when you get here, you click reset so that you will not be doing, you will not be overriding an existing work. So always remember to click reset no matter the number of times you come there. So you have math, let's have math underscore total. That's what we put in the target variable. That's the variable you are trying to create now that is not existing. It's in your mind. You are the one that wants to create it. Then you click type label. So you don't have to label it though, but it's better you do your work once and for all so that you not be going front and back. So I call it mathematics total. No, I've decided to change it. So now for me to do that, I'll now have math test, Abi, plus math exam. I can have math test plus math exam, then I'll have okay. Now if you look here, I already have the variable called math total. If you come here, you see that it's called mathematics total. Is it making sense now? Good, good. You are not you are not she's a mathematician, so no wonder. So let's do the second one now. Transform complete variable. So I told you to reset. Is normally when me I'm working, I don't reset though. But don't forget, I've been doing this thing for more than 15 years. So you can't compare my concepts and uh, uh, my focus so I can be so sure. But you are just learning. So just know you reset to avoid mistakes so that you don't override other work. But with time, you understand the concept of that reset that no, not every time you really have to. So let's do ing English, sorry, English underscore to total. So I'll come here. So I'll call this one English space language space total. Is deliberate so that you can know you can put as many things as possible here. For those of you that normally do questionnaire, this is where I'm going to talk about this. If we have a good time, I want to use one day, the last day, to create a real life problem of questionnaire. We solve it, we resolve it, and we publish it. I'm planning to do that last day of the event. So let's have English. No. We have English test plus English. No. English exam. Yes. So say okay. Okay, this is the problem. Look at what they're saying. Okay, look at what they're saying. I want thank God. Variable name contains an illegal character. So I had to come back here and I discovered that that's good. I wanted to press L, I press semicolon. So that's the problem there. So sometimes you just have to read what it's saying and be able to proceed. That's why I took my time to explain the concept in the beginning. So that when you come up with challenges, you are not surprised, you just solve it. Okay. I did that you're following show. You don't understand what we are doing. But it's the I did that following show. Do you understand now? Let me wait for you. I need your response now. We are trying to create a new variable. They gave us, look at it now. They gave us math test. They give us math exam, English test, English exam. So we now want to find English total, math total ourselves. That would be another variable. No, so that's what we are trying to do. So that's what compute does. You know the word compute, putting things together. Now, that plus that I just did, you can now use it to do anything that is expression. Anything that is expression. Uh, it's making sense. Olatunji. Okay, Olufemi, I'm waiting for you. You are the reason I actually went back. Yeah, the reason I went back. Balogun, what's the problem? So that's what we just did here. Yes. For those of you that watch this video later, I need you to understand that I'm reading comments and there will be delay. So there will be in and out. Because my intention is, that's why it's a live class. That's not why it's not a pre-recorded class. So that's how I've been going in and out. And there will be delay before you get the message from your end. So that's the reason, like, it looks like I'm just jumping up and down. So I need, okay. Olatunji, yes, it's making sense. Thank God. I'm waiting for, okay, well understood. Yes, I'm getting it. I'm waiting for this person. Is the reason I went back. I did that. Are you still online? Oh, okay. Probably it wasn't in the first class. Maybe that's the challenge. Please take your time. You have all the document. Don't just jump. Start from Google Classroom. After Google Classroom, then the first live class. After the first live class, then look at the solution. Then you can chat me at the end of this class so that, oh good, at the end of this class, so that I will be able to still give you permission because you already missed some part of the class. So okay, we have done that. Now let's go further. Let's take it further. Like, let's create another variable this time around. Transform again, compute. Like, let's have percentage. Let's have percentage. What do I mean by percentage? Like, okay, that's everything there is over 100. Okay, so you can create any equation because it doesn't have to. Okay. Let's turn it to a circle, like 360 circle. I'm just saying so that you can know that you can use it to do anything. Oh, very good. I know what to do now. So overall underscore, overall score. So if I come here, this one become overall score. Now, overall score, my concept of overall score here is that English math total, follow me here, plus English total. Now, look at it though. Everything here, you remember board mass now, divided by 2. Does that make sense? English total plus math total, everything divided by 2. Do you understand now? Maybe that's what we are trying to work. That's what we are trying to work with. Maybe even, for instance, maybe our total is usually over 40. Maybe our total is usually over 40. And you get what I'm trying to say? Maybe it's meant to be over 40, but we have used scale of 100 here. But because all of this is 100, so that's what we're doing divided by 2. So you have, if you click OK, so you now have the overall score. Overall score here is over 100. So this person now have 43.5. This person have 42. We don't want to have points, so we can come back here and change these things to 0, change them to 0, change them to 0. So you see what we have now. Is it making sense, please? Is it making sense? So that's overall score. Let's assume what you are grading. Okay, good. In a situation of yes, in a situation of 5, let's assume 5 is overall total. So what would that be? So whatever thing they have, divide by 100 times 5. Do you understand? Let's assume that overall, like, we are going to CGPA. Sure, you understand? Oh, you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to complicate it more so that you can know, like, any mathematics that comes in form of equation, you can do that under here. And that is the reason that you must always find a way to work around numeric data. So let's say C. Okay, no, don't worry. Let's just continue. Let's do another thing. Let's do another thing. So we have created this variable now. Now let's find another thing. Transform, recode into different variable. Please follow me here. Recode into different variable and recode into the same variable. Please, you need to understand the difference between these two parts. Recode into same variable and recode into different variable. Okay, this is how this data is coming in the first place. I now want to change it. Are you with me? I want to change it. So I want to recode it. And I don't want to stress myself. I want to use the existing variable. then I will use recode into same variable. No, me, I want to create a new variable so that I can always go back and check the old variable. Whether I make mistake or not, I will use recode into different variables. So let's use recode into different variables so that we can always have progress to go back to where we are coming from. Oh, okay. Where we are coming from. Please, I want to, please, I know I'm beginning to go deeper, and that's why I'm taking it bit by bit. So if there's a part you're not getting, please quickly hit me. I will come back. My interest in this training is that everybody that join must understand it and go on with it. So you are like engaging one-on-one class with me. So don't mind. I don't mind. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. So take your time. Let me explain what I'm trying to do now. You know, we now have English total, maths total, and I want us to turn it to grade. I want us to turn it to what? Grade. So that, you know, you're supposed to have something like A, B, C, D, E, F. Abi? So that's what we want to do. So we are using recode into different variable. Now, look at what I will do. I want to recode English total and math total. Those are the two variables I want to recode. Please follow me here. I'll bring them in here. Now, look at this. When I click on math total, you see that the output here. So this math output, I want it to come out as what I call math underscore grade. So I can label it as math space grade. So I'll click change. You see that it has come here. So I'll click on English total. I'll call it English underscore grade. Then I will give it space English space grade. I'll click on change also. Is that one clear? Is that one clear? I want to be sure we are together. Now I will now come to old and new variable. So this is where I will now define it. Please follow me here. I will use range from 0 to 39. That person gets 0. You know 0 is F. You remember 0 is F, Abi. So we will go back to value. That's why value will now come in. So I'll call that one 0. Is it making sense? Now, from 40 to 44, that person get 1 point. I'll say add. Then 45 to, I'm using Nigeria grading system. Please, for those of you joining us from outside Nigeria, I'm using Nigeria grading system. This one will be 3 points. We normally use what we call CGPA, GP. So that's what we use in Nigeria. We don't use percentage. So that's the point. So then we have what we call 51 to, you know, this can be, 51 to, this can be anything. It can be age bracket. That will bring us back to age. You know, when you are collecting your data, they are just saying their age, bam, 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 bam. Then your supervisor, or you want to give them category, you want to turn them to category. That's what we are doing. We are turning a nominal variable. We are now turning it to a categorical variable. Is somebody getting that concept? A metric variable is going to categorical variable. Now that's all that is happening. So 51 to 60, we call that one 4. Abi, we had, then we have 60. No. I think there's an error here. This is supposed to be 45 to 49. So I'll click change. Instead of add, I'll click change. It's an error. So that's change. So this is supposed to be 50. There's an error somewhere. 0 to 39, 40 to 44. This is supposed to be 45. 45. Okay, sorry. This is 45. So that's 3 here. I think we are good here. So what are we trying to change? So 51 to, so this is supposed to be 50. Something is wrong. Something. Okay, I now know the error. This is supposed to be 2. This is supposed to be 2. That's D. Supposed to be 2. So I'll click change. Then I'm on 3 now. So this will now be 50. This will now be 50 to 59. And this will be 3. I'll click change also. Is it making sense to you now? 0, 1, 2, 3. Then I now have 60 to what? 69, and I have 4. Then I will now have 70. Sorry, I will now have 70 to 100 as 5 points. I don't know whether this one makes sense to some of us. I don't know whether it makes sense to some of us. So 70 to 100. So let's say continue. I don't know if you get what I just did here. I'm going to give you time to process it. Then I'll say okay. Now, if you come here, we have added 2 other variables. There's a problem here. You see now? Good. We have added 2 other variables. Math grade, English grade. Good. Good. It looks like we are now getting it. You are following me. I'm happy to hear some of these things. Now we are good together. A moment, please. So we have it as, so are we good? Do you understand what I've done here now? So I will now go ahead. I will come to variable view here now, and I'll come and value it. To value it, 0 will now be what? 0 will now be F. I will add. 1 will now be what? E. I will add. 2 is now what? D. Add. 3 is C. Add. 4 is B. Add. 5 is A. Add. Are we together? Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I have here is what I have here. You don't have to go through that process again. Just copy this place, paste here and paste. So it's the same thing. You see now? So let's assume in questionnaire they have brought yes, no, and you have entered it as 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now want to say 1 is clinical and it's about 10 questions. You don't have to start valuing one by one. You can copy value and paste it in another place since they follow the same concept. Please let me know if you understand me here before we go further. You see that it has changed. That's because the label is on. So I want to remove the label. Then something is confusing here. So this is supposed to be 0. And this is supposed to be 0 so that everything can be very smooth. So we are very good. Okay, Temitope, Simon, I should come again. Samuel, please, I need to know where you want me to come again from. Which area? Yes, it can be. I just did that, Mr. Sheo. Thank you. So I've done that. Okay. Obviously, everybody will have to rewatch when you are doing your assignment. This thing will be very beautiful when we are doing now. You have to rewatch. But now, just follow. There are a few things, and there's a few things you will catch up with because you are live. What you are not getting, please quickly ask. Please, I don't want you to waste your time. I don't want it to be a waste of time. It's easier to follow live and ask questions than to come and watch it. That can be boring sometimes. So if you have gained certain certain understanding when we are starting, then it will be easier for you when you are now watching again to know how to go about it. It will be easier when you're watching again to know how to go about it. So we have math, we have English. Abi, now I want us to now do something. That thing is called if and else if statement. If and else if statement. Because now the idea is we already have math grade, we already have English grade. Now let's do something. We are still on transfer. We are still transforming the data set, Abi. So let's say okay. Um, so say if maths, if maths, if maths, no, this maths total, if maths total is less than, look at it, if maths total is less than 50, this boy did not get 50. Are you getting what I'm saying? And English total is less than 50. I'm trying something, please. Don't just permit me to try what I want to do. So, oh, okay. Let me be sure that's where I want to do what I want to do. Let me try the code into different variable. Okay, good. This is where I'm coming to. So I ask you to always reset. No, we are not recording. We are not recording. We are computing. We are computing. And so we want to compute a variable. We call it performance. Let's call this one performance. Yes, now it doesn't make sense. Why do you say somebody has 0.0? So it doesn't make sense. You don't have to use decimal to 2. That's how you turn it to 0. So that it can make sense when even a layman gets to see it. We are talking about results there. So let's say we want to have performance. And for us to have performance, look at it now. If math, no, not good. If math total is less than, look at it, oh, follow me here. Math total is less than 50. And are you seeing it? English total is less than English total is less than 50. Okay, I'm not sure whether I'm not comfortable with what is happening here, because if we do this, we'll be creating a new variable, and this is not what I want to do. Look at it now, and it will, you see now, this is like we are creating a dummy variable. This is like we are creating a dummy variable. That's not what I want to do. So I'll close this. I'll cut it like I said, so it's no longer there. So transform. I know what I'm trying to do, and then so let's do it according to different variable. Okay, so we are creating a new variable. I think I did something like that here already. I did. Okay, so I said math total. At the moment I finish it, I'm going to re-explain. Math total is 50, and English total is less than 50. So continue. So we now bring in, let's say I bring in this. I now recode it as what? Performance. No, okay. Okay, so now the concept I'm trying to do here, I don't, let me confuse you the more. The concept I'm trying to do here, I'm going to do it later, much more later, and send it to you. The whole idea is I want to use else if statement. From that else if statement, and connect using two variable cases. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So that we can have, okay, when if we fail English and pass maths, you understand now? He fail English. Now that's what I was trying to do. Let it be 1. If he pass English and faking, let that one be 0. So that's the concept of what I was trying to do there. The whole idea is this place. I'm going to do that. I promise I'll do that, and I'll send to you immediately after this class. Is something very, very, very simple, but because I'm in a live session, and I'm talking, and so some of these things can be done. So now we already have this, the whole idea. Now let's try and check, let's check and let's analyze descriptive and have frequency table. Now, normally I don't need English test again. So what I really need here start from math total, English total overall. These are the stuffs that I need now. So I cannot generate the result for it. So this is where I will now see result. Now, I don't even need this total. See that it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. So where it start from would have been here. So we have math grade. So how many people have F? 12 people have F. Two people have D. 5 people have C. That's for math. And for English, thank God we have all grades fully represented. We have from A to F. 2 people had A, 3 people B, 4 people C, 3 people D, 1 person E, and 7 people had F. So now, when you have this kind of data set, look at what we were given in the first place. Look at what we are given. They gave us exam, test. They did not give us total, but we generated new variable to have the total before we now go on and on. Now I've gotten, look at this now. Let's talk about data. Let us assume, please follow me here. Let us assume that we are only interested in students. You see that this one is having that S if. We are only interested in students, this condition now. We are only in students that, please follow me here, this is very important. Students who have overall English total. We are only interested in students who have student who fail. What are the first student who fail? Student who fail, that is, failure is 40, I mean. Student who have less than 40, and in English they have less than 40, and in mathematics they have less than 40. This was what I was trying to do on the other side. They have less than 40. We want to identify those students. Students who have less than 40 in English and math. Oh, I need to assume that we have about 100 variables. You understand, like 1 million that you cannot see. So you want to now just identify them. That's the rule. I will do that again. Some of you might not have seen it. Now I would like you to look at here. So you can filter out the unselected cases so you won't see them. You can delete unselected cases. So in these cases, I only want students that fail. But if I do this, I won't be able to go back to where I'm comfortable. I will say copy selected cases to a new data set. So I want to create a new data set whereby I will have, okay, I'm trying to resist. Okay, copy, you want to create a new data set. Exactly. So I can call this one by repeat underscore student. I don't know if you get what I just did. Repeat underscore student. So I've created a new data set that is called repeat underscore student. So let's say okay. Now, if I come here and I have a new data set, you see the new data set now. You can see the name that I gave it here, repeat underscore student. You can see it now. So those are the students. So these 3 students, they did not do well. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm going to use a real life case study now, but I'm using this one to explain the concept for you. Sharp. Who is saying sharp? Olatunji? Excuse me. Did we understand what I just did here? Now, the data set that we are using before, we can see have it. This is the data set. We don't want to affect the ongoing data set. That's what that happened here now. Okay, let me do that again. Okay, you have, let's say, okay, let me do something here. Copy. Let's just try to populate the variable so that it's not what you can just see with your natural eyes. You understand what I'm trying to do now? So just want to check a few other things. Copy. I'm coming. I just want to, please let me be sure you are with me. It looks like I'm on my own. No? Somebody said I'm already getting deeper. Please, let me be sure. Let me just wait. Let me wait. First week was so sweet because we had the now we are teaching. We are teaching deep. So let me wait. I'm trying to duplicate so that we have enough number of uh, variables so that at least it will look even if you have 1 million rows, the concept is still the same thing. Yeah. So let me hear from us. Are we online? We are online. Let me know if you understand what I'm doing now. Mr. Shell, I'm with you. Okay. Are you getting what I'm saying? I'm going to do that again anyway. I only have list, or I want the list. I want the list of students who have 50 and above in only in English and math. Oh, no. Okay, I've done students who fail. That's less than 50, less than 50. Sorry, less than 40. Let's do students who had C and above. Who had C in either, the moment you have C in one of the two, I'm okay. The moment you have C in one of the two, I'm okay. So that what would that be? That would be like you have 50 in either English or math. Did you get that? Okay, you had 50 in either of the two. That's what I want to get. I need student that, okay, well, this student did not do well, but at least the moment he has 15 in either English or math, let him go. Let's look for them. How do we go about it? We come to data, we come to select cases. I told you to reset everything. Then you click if condition. Then you come here. Now I'll say if English, if this is English total, if English total, look at it. Oh, is less it's no, we are doing people who are 50 is greater than 50. Follow me here. Or you won't use and here, you now say or math total is greater than 50. You know the difference between or and and and. So or means just pick one out of the two. So we will have more data in or than and. The concept of and is it must satisfy the two principle. But the process with or is the moment it satisfies one of the two, is fine. That's the concept now. So let's say continue. Now I want to put it in a new data set. So I'll call this one final list. Let's say final underscore list. Are we together? So I'll say okay. Now let's see what we have in final underscore list. You see final underscore list. So we have how many now? We have how many? We have 83 persons out of how many? Let's see. Out of the original data we are working with before is what? This is not the original data. This is the origin. Is this the original? Let me just check. Okay, good. The original. No, wait. Oh, this is final list. So which data did I populate? Is this the data I populated? I'm just looking for the data that I populated. Okay, this is the data set. So now you see, out of 129 students, 83 had C in either of the two courses. I used this as a case study. We will now use a real life data that all of us contributed to, so that maybe with that we will be able to understand better. And if we can able to get that one done before 9, then we'll be good to go. If you are ready for us to use a real life data that we all contributed to, let me hear you say I. Let me see I first so that we can continue. Please, I will take a break while I just expect your feedback so we can continue immediately. I just want to take water. Please permit me to quickly take water. I will be back shortly. This is why you struggle with statistics. Let me guess. You sat through hours of statistics lecture and scribed through endless formula, and you still don't feel confident doing real data analysis. It's not your fault. Most people were taught to memorize statistics and not to understand it. I am Dr. David Ifeoluwa, certified SaaS-based programmer, and I have spent over 10 years in the industry and now work as a university lecturer. helping people across continents solve real world statistical problem with ease. With my over 15 years of experience. Okay, so welcome back everybody. Let me wait for us so that we can continue on time. Let me wait for us. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can have enough eyes. I know a lot of people are confused, so we'll start all over again with a real life data. So you will be able to communicate now. You will be able to communicate. I promise you that. So we want to start with the real life data. Permit me to close all of this. When you watch later, I promise you it's not going to be a serious something for you. Let's use real life data so that you can all be sure. So I want to close everything. I want to close everything. Let me see. Okay. So control. Okay. So I use control to create to look for a new platform. So for those of us that have forgotten how to import data, now let's walk through this together. Let's walk through this together. So now we have this. This was the link to the form that we all filled, and 200 and let's do this together. 246 people filled this form. 246 people filled this form. So let's assume you conducted a questionnaire. Please follow me now. We are using a real life case study. You conducted a questionnaire whereby you ask people different questions and the answer, and it's not time for you to analyze. Now, let's say this is a survey now, a survey of data, free hands-on data analysis. So many of you answered questions differently, and as a data analyst, we want to be able to bring out something valuable from what we have here. So how do we go about it? So they just bring you a chunk of data set. I say this is about 2 million rows and we want to be able to analyze it. So I firstly come to response, then I'll come here, then I will download CSV file. I've done this before, but I just want us to walk through it together. So I've downloaded it. Now look at it in the folder. Now because my system is zip, it's SSD, so it's zipped, everything is zipped. So I'll just pick it here. I'll click extract all. So when I extract all, so I've extracted it. So this is the data set itself. This is the original data set. Now please follow me here what I'm about to do here. Now this is the data set. This is my SPSS. This is my SPSS. Now after now, you may not need to stress yourself with how to enter data set, because in the actual sense, most of the analysis, the data set will come like in Excel format or any other format. So you are not stressing yourself to type in the data. So that was why I gave you that platform to understand that concept in the first place. What we want to do now to start importing data sets. So I'll come here, and this is the easiest way to import data set. Look at the way I do it though. I'll just drag this file. I'll just drag it here. Can you see it? I'll drag it here, and that will be all. That will be all. Now please pay attention here. Your data matter. So it says, so first line contains the variable name. You know that's in the Excel sheet. You can also try to look at it from the Excel so that you not just be stressing yourself out of what you don't really understand. You know, if I had done this now like this, like I can open it from Excel and see how it is normally from even from Excel folder. So I can do that actually. But for my own in my own case, I'm just trying to just show you that you can even decide to look at it from Excel before you go to SPSS that you want to import it to. You can look at it from Excel, but it's not a must now, if I must say. Now let's return back to where we are coming from. So I have it like this. I'll just say okay. So I have all my data sets inside. You see, this data set you are looking here may not come straight, but for the purpose of our people, I'm going to remove email address. I'm going to remove phone number. I'm going to remove email address and phone number for the purpose of our people. So now if you look at it, this first row uh, does not correlate what we need, so I will remove it. Now I don't need timestamp. There's nothing I want to do with it. This is the data set. This is the formula field. So I'll cut this one also out. So we are getting there gradually. Now if you look at what we have here, there are some spots where we are having miss everywhere is just free. You see them now. You see that the data set is not, but it's a huge data set. So to start looking at it one by one, you can see that this data set is not neat at all. This is a raw data. No, the data set will be downloaded in Excel. Oh. Then you will now drag the Excel to SPSS. We are analyzing from SPSS, but the data set we are downloading, even it's not even Excel. Excel is XLX. This one is called CSV, comma separated value. That's what it is called, comma separated value. So now this row now, you see some of these things are, you know, from where we are coming from. We are supposed to have, so I'm just cleaning that these are empty rows. These are empty rows. I'm just cleaning them. And there's another way you can clean them anyway. There's another way. So for me to know this data set I'm working with, for me to know it, how do I put it? What's the first thing I will do? What will be the first thing? I will just come here. A moment. So now I want to, what's the first thing I'll do? I'll come to analyze the frequencies. Analyze frequencies. Let me just know the state of my data. You know, the full name now cannot be the same thing. So I'll already remove the full name. I'm just doing that deliberately. So I cannot have this result here. Okay, what if this is the frequency? Look at it missing here now. It's not seeing anything as missing. But in the actual sense, we have so many missing. But it's not seeing them as missing. It's seeing them as space. Are you getting? Look at it. Missing is dot, but this is space, so it's also missing. So we are going to have to find a way to deal with all of them one by one. What we are doing now is data cleaning. You know, we want to clean this data set. See, somebody even use dash. You see now, see how to. So it's a serious something to clean data set, but I'm going to focus on the major part. While I will leave you with the rest of the work later. But are we together, please? Let me know we are together. Let me know we are together. We have 40 people online already. Let me know we are together. Let me be sure you are with me before I continue. So I have the frequency count here now from which I want to work. I'm waiting for us. We have one person from, you see now, we have India, because they did not write it the same way, because it's open. So we have to find a way to bring all of those things together. That's what we are trying to do now. We have to clean this data, and to clean it is the real work. This is what makes a data analyst. Ability to think and find solution. Look at how dirty this data is. Now, if we can clean this data clearly, and this is your assignment too, I will clean it to a level. We can't finish the cleaning, so I'll just talk about the concept. I will now ask you to clean the data. I will send you a clean version of the data. You'll be looking at it and say, okay, look, I can do this, I can do that. But so there are a lot of things we'll do together. Yeah, don't forget your assignment, your attendance, sorry. Your attendance is you will write your name, your full name in a sheet of paper, then you attach it. That's your assignment. Please don't forget that part. Okay. How many people are online now? It looks like it's only 4 people that are with me. Oh. A lot of people are not saying they are with me. Okay, so let's start from here. Variable view. This is where we start from. Look at the way it is now. Look at the way this thing is written. The way it's written is not encouraging. So this is full name. So I'll come to label. I'll write full name. Now I don't really think I need the full name again. So let me remove it. Because there's nothing I want to do with the full name in the analysis. So I'll cut it. I don't need the full name, but I'll need the country of residence. I need their currency. So I know all of these things. So let's start here. So country of residence. Look at what we have here. So I can just come here. Now this is what I will do here. This is what I will do here to make the work easier for me. I'll come back to the form. So I'm assuming you are No, don't forget this is here. So I just showed you the data set itself from Excel file, but that's not the intention now. So I'll do it like this. Then I'll have this also. So I'll have the form here so that we can be able to handle this thing together. So okay. So we want to complete the data frame first. So I'll just use the questionnaire here. I mean the survey that we have here. That's what I'll just use. What's the first thing? First thing, we have done that. We have cleared that. So country of residence. So what do we, country of residence? I'll just come here. I'll copy it here. I'll paste it here. Current status. I'll copy it here. I'll paste it here. I don't know if I'm making sense to us. Then we have institution. Now, for current status, you can see something there. You can see something in current status. That current status is categorical. So what do I do? So let me do it once and for all. Current status is categorical. So I'll come to value. I'll come to value. Now listen, I will now make one to be graduate student. Graduate student. Two will be researcher. Three will be data analyst. Four will be academic staff. Five. What is five? Others. Now you will soon get where we are going. So we have done that now. Okay. Doesn't mean that I've lost a lot of people. People are no longer commenting. No, looks like I've lost you. No, the purpose we are on live session is so that I can be sure I carry you along and you did not run away. So please let me know what let me know what's going on. If you are with me, if you are ready for this session, I want you to say I am ready. Let me see. If I see 5 people that says I'm ready, then we'll keep it up. 5 people must say I'm ready. So we'll continue. I am ready. I'm waiting for you. I am ready. This is the most important part. Forget what we were doing the other time. We are treating the real life solution now. So I need us to go together. I don't want we are with you, Kolawole. Let me have I am ready. So we want to edit this data set and I will save this anyway. I am ready. We have one. Okay. Two. Okay. Is that all we have? Is that all we've got? Oh, I love the vibe you are giving to me. Goodness, Yanolua. I love the vibe. Good. Taiwo, I love your vibe. Thank you very much. So good, good, ready. So now what I'm trying to do here is that we want to, it is called data frame. We want to fix our data frame to fix the right thing. Pay attention here. Everything comes as what? As string. Everything is coming as string here. So I need you to pay attention to that. But we will convert everything, most of the things here. We'll convert it so that we can be able to analyze it properly. Now, so that's what I did for here now. I have valued it, even though it is still. So maybe what I should do here now, let's come here now. If you look at current status, everything here is character B. So let's fix them one by one. Let's handle current status. Let's handle current status. So we want to fix current status. We'll come back here. This one is long, but let's fix this one now. Now, what I will do is I'll come to output. I'll come to output. Let me close this so that I can have more. Current status is what I want to deal with now. I had to stop the microphone now for that to be able to charge the that to be able to charge. So let me know if you can hear me so that I can know you can still hear me clearly. So now I will come to analyze, then I'll click descriptive, then I will click reset. Now it's current status I want to deal with now. So I'll click OK. So that I can know what I have. I'm trying to check if you can hear me so that I can continue. I've stopped microphone, so I need to be sure. So if you looks like, can you guys hear me? Oh, good, good. All right. So let me just continue. Now, this is what I have here. This is what I have here. I want to be able to look at this place. This is empty. So we can say these people did not specify. So that will take me to what I taught you earlier. Recode, transform, recode into same variable. Please follow me here. Recode into same variable. Current status is what I'm dealing with. So I'll say old and view. Now, this person, they did not say anything. So I'll put space. Then I'll come here. I'll call it, follow me here. I'll call it 0. I'll call it what? 0. So space, because they didn't say anything. You see what I have here? I will call it 0. Are you following me? Now, please get me here. This place is very important. We called, how do I capture this part? Okay, I will capture it here. If we have this place here, so we called graduate assistant 1. So I will write graduate, graduate assistant. Okay, is that what we had? Graduate student. Okay, graduate. Now you need to understand that it is case sensitive. So graduate student is now 1. So I will add it. Please, if you are getting me here, let me know. If you are getting me here, please let me know so that I can be sure we are together here. This place is very important. That missing part, that people did not specify, that's the space. It's not dot. If it were to be dot, it is dot we'll call it. And we call it 0 because it doesn't count anything. That's why we call it 0. Now, graduate student, we call graduate student 1. Then we call, trying to, please don't mind me. I won't be able to continue this. Okay, so number 2 is researcher. 2 is researcher. Researcher is 2. I'll bring it in. Then data analyst is 3. Data analyst is 3. I'll bring that in. Then I have academic staff. Academic staff. That will be 4. Now, this is a dirty data that we are trying to clean. So it's a real work. Then we have order specified copy. Then we call this on 5. Then we call this on 5. Oh, good. Some people are getting it. Okay, good. So let's say continue. So if you say okay here, if you say okay here, you can see that current status has changed. It has not changed. Now, when I did earlier, I put 1 to 5, so I will now put 0 now. So what is 0 called? 0 is not specified. Do you all agree with me? See, this is a basic concept. Not specified. Now, you will change this now from string to numeric. Please don't change it before you correct. Because if you change it, I don't know whether I told you last week that string can carry numeric, but numeric cannot carry string. Please, I'll take that again. String can carry numeric, but numeric cannot carry string. So if you had earlier changed it, so if you had now, if you look at it now, so we now have everything perfect now for current status. So current status is now perfect. No missing variable, nothing here. So if you look at here, because this person failed here, so that's what we have here now. That's what we have here. We have been able to sort it. Now let's analyze that again. Let's now see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. So we now have not specified and we now have everything complete. But there's a problem here. There's a problem here that I see here. Now this is 31. Originally from the data set, we found out that we have 246. And how come are we having 267 here? That means there is a problem with our data that came in. So what I would have done earlier, listen now, please follow me here. Excuse me. What I will do here is I'll come to transform. Should I even replace missing? Let me come to data, select. This is a very important place. Okay. So if I pick this now, does this one have missing? Okay. So I'm suspecting some spaces that came that are not needful in the first place. So now let's look at some of them here. Now look at it. Have you seen the error now? You see everything is free, so we can just easily take them off here. We yank them off. So that's why we're having extra, because it's supposed to be 246. Supposed to be 246. So we remove some of this free space that we generated that are actually not part of the stuff. We have only cleaned only one variable out of all the variables that we have. So that's why data analysis process, what is mostly important in a data analysis process is the data cleaning stage. The moment you are able to resolve data cleaning stage, you are good to go. You still see some of them that are totally open. You are good to go. The moment you can solve data analysis, data preparation stage, there's no any other challenge. We have just 25 more minutes and I want to manage our time. Okay, this is also free. So I'm just working on cleaning the data set now. Okay. Some people just came, they filled the form, but they did not continue. So that's why we have this challenge. So it will give us more work. And that's why sometimes you see some form, they will not allow you move if you didn't fill everything. They will mandate everything so that you will not give them much trouble. You not give them much trouble. You see, this one is just filling intermediate, and most of these things he did not fill. So now let's just continue. Okay, let's just continue with what we have here. This part, don't fret. We don't have much to worry about. So we just finished current status now. But let me just do a general uh, naming first. Copy. Just paste that one here. Level. Uh, Copy or paste that one here. So that it can be easier for us to know what we have.
Science card software preferred. Copy. I remember when we were in a WhatsApp group, and some people are like, I'm surprised that a lot of people actually choose SPSS. So, but I know next class, next privilege, next, we'll have another software entirely to work with. So, so uh, please, if you are lost, let me know. If you are lost, let me know. If you are lost, let me know. I don't just want to. I'm not doing a pre-recorded class, so I'm not in a hurry. If we didn't finish today, we'll continue where we stop. That's why we didn't use any slide. I just want us to go directly. So if some of you have your system closed, I know you have something you're already trying out as we just. So I'm just trying to get the label ready with ease. Okay. So now we have been able to label all the question now. We have been able to label them, but it looks like this part did not have abbreviation. So we'll have to find a way to get them abbreviation. So this one says so that when we check from this place, we'll be able to know what they all represent. You see now, so that we'll be able to know what they all represent. So that there are places we will just remove some missing values, because if we feel like they don't have a detailed representation, we just let go of them. Excuse me, please. Okay. All right. Sorry, I need to plug the system. All right. I think we are good now. The system is plugged in. Okay. So, Okmayemi Steven, are you with us? Apata Mayowa. Looks like you guys arrived late, so maybe you're not getting what we are doing. Sir, is the recording same as data cleaning or just part? What do you mean by recording? Olawale Timothy. Okay, recording. Yes, yes. You see, data cleaning, it comes alongside with data engineering. In fact, the word we give to it is data processing. Data processing. We are processing the data. Sometimes it will involve us taking out some, bringing some in, cleaning the data is part of processing so that the data can be ready for analysis. What we are doing now is, last week I said I called it diagnostic process. We are diagnosing. You see that I'm analyzing, then I am coming back to edit. I'm analyzing, I'm coming back to edit. I've not started the analysis. What I'm doing is to visualize it and be able to take out some of the irrelevant information that may mislead us. Do you understand now? So the that's the main purpose of what we are doing now. So everything, both recording, data cleaning, all of them, they are under data processing. We are processing the data so that it can be ready for analysis. So everything we are doing now is data processing. Whether you are manipulating, we have created some variable earlier. Then we've done that. No, we've not even done that here at all. I only showed you that in a new data set because we cannot be doing all those until our data is ready. So I just use that one to teach you that part, because this place we may not really create a new variable in this place, like using assignment statement. What we did that time saying if, else if, all those things is assignment statement. So we may not be able to do that here because of the kind of data set we have here. It's not all analysis that we have to generate a new data set for a new variable. Sorry. For instance, the feedback form that we will give to you after this training, that one now we have to have what we call feature generation after it, because we to have something like Likert scale. For those of us that normally fill form, I have Likert scale: strongly agree, disagree, satisfied, dissatisfied. So some of these things really do exist. So, but what we are doing now, major word, whether data science, whether data analysis, any process you call it, is called data processing. Some people call it data pre-processing. Some people call it data cleaning. Everything. What I'm doing currently now is cleaning. But I can also, under this page, I can also do what we call feature generation, that is creating a new data set. I hope I'm able to answer your question, Mr. Olawale Timothy. Okay. So since some people are with us, let's just find a way to continue. So we've done that. Let's come back to variable view. We look at now institution, organization. Now what I will do now is I'll come to analyze again. Descriptive. I was already done with current status, so I won't do anything with current status again. So it's the institution, organization that I will deal with now. Okay. Now look at what this one is bringing me. This is a serious thing, and I will attempt to solve it here now. I will attempt to solve this here now. I will attempt to solve it. This is serious, but I will attempt to solve it so that it can be easier for you when you are doing your own too. So now, look at what we have now. People, because we did not create for people what it should be. So, because we didn't tell people what they should use, people have a different names of university, but I don't think we need school. I don't think we need school. So now you see that what I will now do, look at what I will do. I will now say, what I will say is, I will now have school, industry. Please follow me here. I will just look at it. Okay, is there a way I can now categorize it? What will be the category I will need? Okay, whether you are in an institution or you are around academy. Do you understand that? Like whether you are working or you are a student, I want to know where you now belong to. Am I making sense? So now I will come here now. I will come to transform. I will now recode into different variable. I will tell you why. Why I am recoding into a different variable is because in case while I'm working on it, there is an error. It won't affect the existing variable. So I just recode. So now what I want to do is institution organization. So I will just say, okay, so new name, new underscore organization. So as I'm working on it, I can label later. I can label later. So I'll come here. So look, you see what I'll do here now. So I'll say now, old and I want to undo old and new now. It's going to be a serious work. Now I will just come to my SPSS here. You see, a lot of people are in school. So I'll just say, so now I have Adeleke, Adeleke space University Ede. I'll call it one. I'll tell you what we'll call one later. Add. Now, I have another Adeleke University Ede Osun State. See, this Osun State, it won't pick it because that T is capital letter, so it will be small letter. I'll still call it one because they still mean the same thing. Is somebody not getting the idea now? Please let me know if you get this part. Let me know if you get this part. Now, I still have another one. Adeleke University, Ede. Ade, Adeleke. Now, I have some ways that I do it to make it easier anyway. There are some things I would have done if I'm doing it alone. No, it's just idea. The way, the more you, as you start, you begin to get a better way to do it. So we still call it one. No, we'll come back later and define what one is. I don't know if you are getting me. Another one is this. Um, I think I've done this. I've done Ocean State. What's the difference between the first one and the next? This one. Okay, this one has full stop. Just imagine now. Adeleke University, Ede, Ocean State, full stop. That's what that is separating. That's one of the problem of open-ended survey. That's one of the problem. That's why if I'm consulting for someone carrying out a survey, a except if you want to do interview, let's go and do interview. If you're not doing interview, find a way to make your questions close-ended, because at the end of the day, you will believe you have given your analyst work to do that is small. You will not know. Just imagine the number of hours one we have to spend here now. Just imagine the number of hours one we have to spend here, because now you have to pull. What we are trying to do here is now put all universities in one spot. Are you with me? They will put people that are in industry, will put them in another spot. That's what we are trying to do. And for us to be able to do that, we will have to find a way. There's a way I can do this, rather. In fact, I just discovered another smart way that will make it faster. I will just identify the names of companies. I'll put those ones on one. Then I'll just say others. I'll just run them to be two. Did you get that? So all others, you see all other values. You see this one now, all other values. If I use all other values, all of them, I'll just make them one. So the moment I make them one, I'll just value them to now be university, then two will now be industry. That's what I want to do. I don't know if you get what I just said here. That's the concept. So the more you do it, the more you understand. We are approaching nine. We are approaching nine. We are approaching nine, and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to go beyond the time I promised. I don't want to go beyond the time I promised. So now, if you look at it, you see that we now have a new variable called new organization. So, like what I said the other time, what you another you see now, you see, and it's not as much as I thought. You see, there is so much. You see somebody writing LabEF, FSA, Garment Spring Limited. So all of these people will just put them together. They are the one who will now bring that, who rename them two. So when we are done, all others, we just say pick all others, pick them as one. So when we ask you to pick them as one, what will it do for us? It will just put all these people that are in school, it will make them one variable. Please, I need to know whether you understand what I just said here. If you understand what I said, let me know. Let me wait. If you understand what I just said here, let me know. Yes, what we did to yes, I love Colorado Victoria. Yes, what we did to current status is data cleaning. We cleaned it. We removed missing. We name it rightly, and you know anybody that see that now is straightforward. So it's ready. That one, that variable now is ready for analysis. Yes. Hello, are we there? I'm waiting for us. I want to be sure we are there. I want to be sure we are there. Hello. I hope I'm still online. Oh. I hope I'm not offline. If you can hear me, please let me know so that I can be sure you can hear me. I want to know whether you understand what I just did on institution and organization. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh, good. Oh, good. Now, this is where the problem is. This data look complex. It look complex. I agree with you that it look complex. And for the purpose of this evening, I will look for a more simpler case study whereby we'll just have different data set like that and we'll ask you to clean it. So I've spoken about data variable. I think I've spoken about data selection to like when you want to select cases. For instance, I didn't ask about gender, but let's say in our case now, uh, we just need people. Now, the one we did earlier, excuse me, there was this part where we, okay, now let's assume I need information of staff that are graduates, I need graduate students. I want to reach out to graduate students. So, okay, I want to reach out to graduate students. So, what do? I just come here, data, I click on select. Graduate students are what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Select, that will be 3. If current status is equal to 1. That's all. So now I will create a new student. So I can call this a graduate underscore student. So I've created a new data set entirely with that. You see now, I created a new data set entirely with that. You see, graduate student. Can you see it now? I've created a new data set called graduate student. So you can, let's say we have male, we have female. Let's say that's what we have, male, female. We now say, okay, just give us information of people that are graduate students, and let's even check that. Let's try that. That are graduate students, and they are one graduate student and they are one. No, so I'll leave graduate student. Let me use the data variable we are using before. Just like what we did. So the case study can even be more than one. Let's do that. Data select cases. Data select cases. If graduate student is one, then you now pick and new organization. New organization is equal to new organization is equal to 1 also. This one is different now. In this situation, we want students, people who are graduates of Adeleke University. That's what we mean here now. You remember that when I was recreating the variable, it was Adeleke University that I was turning to 1. You remember that earlier, B? Okay, so let's go this way. Let's say okay. So we have created another new data set, but this time around it will be shorter than the existing data set. Now that's what it means. Now I've not gone deeper. I've not gone deeper. Now let me tell you the difference here. I need you to know. When you go for training, this is what they do to you. They will look for a clean data set that they have worked on. They will teach you. Everything will be smooth until you face real life data sets. This is real life. So real life is no training. 90% of the training you will see anywhere are ready-made data sets. So you won't encounter any problem. They are just clicking it for you. But this is real life data set that we are experiencing for the first time. If you can resolve this, you can't meet any problem that you won't be able to resolve in data analysis. So that's why I had to use a real life data set. And I promise you, we will continue here next class. I want us to be able to, if we can turn, I have done this thing before, let me show you, so that you can know that, but I just want us to go step by step so that I can be sure that, I can be sure that you are with me. So this is the cleaned data. You see how the data now comes. This is a clean data. You see how the data now comes. So if you analyze this one now, you have a better result. See that this one is now coming clean, unlike what we are working with. So before you have this one like this, somebody made it that way. Somebody cleaned it that way before it came here, and that's where we'll be picking it up next week. You have your assignment that will be minimum on the basics of what I touch on exam level. I will not pull you through this year too much. It will just be a case study that is flexible so that so many of us can understand. If you understand a bit and tonight is not a waste of time for you, please let me know. I don't want us to use more than 2 hours, and I don't mind. I know what I'm doing, and I can assure you that I will complete the training. I can teach you everything in one day and run, and you'll be happy. But I want you to really understand it in depth. And that's why my focus is on real life case study. And I hope you understand a little thing we've been able to do today. If you have confusion with your assignment will be up by tomorrow. Attendance will be up before the end of today so that we can start filling in our attendance. The assignment, I can assure you, will be available. And this time around, like I told you, I always have the solution session. So you have the solution session ahead so that for those of us, and I don't want you to go lazy. If you go lazy, it's not worth it. You go lazy because you know that I will still do solution, so you just go and watch the solution. When you watch a live solution, if you focus on live solution, you're going to do it. You have not known it to. I can assure you, it is actually in the process of you having to struggle with some process, and you open that box. That's where you coming into the light of it. So all these ready to click, you watch what I did, you do it your own. You watch what I did your own. It's not yet enough for you to get a job, and that may be the challenge. And I want you to finish this training and be willing to go all out and get a job, get anybody to bring the analysis, and you will do it without needing to call me or call anybody. You can get a job in a company as a data analyst. What you will do there is not more than this. It's about getting their data. They will tell you what they want. Then you will be able to provide what they want because you know how to go about it. There is a part that you can even use AI to guide you if you know what you are doing. But if you don't know what you are doing, AI will just give you results that is contrary to what you need. So that's why you have to walk through this process and understand it. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight. It's already 2 hours as I've earlier promised. Let me see if there is anybody that have any question. Is there anybody with any question, confusion, maybe on the assignment I will give to you, you are afraid? If you want this thing again, you see, it may be looking like this thing is tedious. By the time you watch it first time, second time, and you have a real case study like in form of assignment you are working on, you will realize that you understand now. What, in fact, go and do your research in data science life cycle or data analysis life cycle. The 70% of the time you spend on the whole analysis process is meant to be spent on data preparation. Unfortunately, so many people don't prepare data. They just put everything garbage in and garbage out. It will give you results, but that result cannot be applicable in real world. One of the excuses most people in academia within African context have is that most of their researches are not going into application. Else, there would have been challenges. So I don't want it to be like that. I want you to understand this and be able to walk through the process with ease. I hope tonight is a blessing and is worth your time. Thank you for joining tonight. Any question before we call it a day? I want to value your time so much. So no matter what we have, I will manage your time for you. Any other question, please? Okay. If there is no any other question, please, you may permit me to take a walk. I don't forget after this session, we will we have okay, we will reload the live session so that some of us can make use of it after now uh for other preparation or for more practices. I will send you the data set. Now, this particular data set, I will attach it for those of you that want to practice. This particular data set, I will attach it for those of you that want to practice. This is the data set, but I would have removed the very sensitive information before sending it to you so that nobody will have access to that people's information. Thank you very much. It will remain anonymous, so you won't know who is who. Names and other personal information would have been removed. See you in our Google Classroom. If it's your first time, you can also join us. If you walk through our YouTube page, you can see the link to join the community. It's a community of data analysts and intending data analysts to learn more about data analysis. Okay, I understand the two coding, but I have a question. Okay, you have to like group. Yeah, yeah. Let's continue. Let's keep it coming on the group so that we can continue the learning. You can even ask on. I will create a page. I'll create under announcement discussion so that we can discuss so that many people can have it. One of the beauty of the classroom is you can easily access what you want. Unlike WhatsApp, in a small time, a lot of questions that have jumped on it. So I'll create an announcement page on our Google Classroom so that everybody can join the Google Classroom and be able to ask their question. Don't also forget I said your assignment, sorry, your attendance. Proof of your attendance is your name written and attached. Thank you for joining this evening. Please remember to turn on notification button, remember to add, and if there's any other thing you can do for me that I will appreciate is that you once please, at least while this training is going on, share the link of this YouTube video like you let more people see it. You see, sometimes we engage in night preparation, like so as to be able to serve you well. It takes more time beyond just coming a lot of hours that goes into preparation for each of the classes. So we are not just training you, teaching you without preparing. So what would be my value system is that this thing reach as many people as possible within African context and Nigeria. So please share in some of the community you belong to, share the link to our group, to our WhatsApp group, and probably to the YouTube channel where they can see a lot of things. Thank you. See you on Saturday. God bless you. Oladapo David Ifeoluwa is my name once again. Thank you for joining. Bye bye.